All right, everybody, welcome to paradise. What a stupid way to start this thing. We may be light tonight. I know that I have switched from 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock California time. I want to thank you guys all so much for following me an hour earlier. It just seems to make more sense. I know that there's going to be some weird emails checking to make sure that I am okay. Starting here soon. If you're over there on Instagram, pop on over to YouTube, pop on over to Twitch, pop on over to Facebook, and I think next week I will have a daily motion. Why not? John checking in. John checking in saying happy birthday, Cush. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that checked in with me this week. I have not written back almost anybody. It'll sound a lot like this.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Once I do, though, finally check in with you guys, I will say how much I absolutely appreciate everybody calling in or checking in on my birthday. That was very, very nice. Moon Pools. There we go. Moon Pools over here. This is the invisible assistant that Mixed Cocktail Hour has. This is Ashley. Big high five to Ashley. What is going on? Yeah, birthday cakes all around. Yeah, I figured I would do something nice for myself for this class. We know that I like making tiki cocktails. I like drinking tiki cocktails as well. I like drinking tiki cocktails first, and I like making them. So I figured I would put these two things together. Now, of course, Juneteenth was not a thing when I created this class, and now it's always been a thing. It just wasn't a federal holiday. Maybe I would have gone that way with it, but this is what we're stuck with. We're left with this. Happy birthday, Dave Holtz. What is up, buddy? So good to see you. We have a lot to get to tonight. Grant giving me a big yay. Wow. The board is working tonight. We have a bunch of sounds ready for you guys. I did the number one new character on the show. Used to be Kyle. Number one new character on the show is, of course, Soundboard. So I do have a close-up of Soundboard. Everybody ready to go? I know Paul will start writing hate messages and hate letters to the newest character, Soundboard. This is what it looks like. So silly. I'm going to figure out a better way to do this, but there we go. Paul Bellinardo saying, when do we go to Tiki Tea to celebrate our Gemini birthdays? I believe Tiki Tea is open, so we can go almost any time. Just so you guys do know, though, I have started teaching classes every single day at 6 p.m. Now, I will miss days, of course, but for the most part, I will be teaching classes at 6 p.m. every day. So if you want to have a happy hour with Cush, we'll be doing one cocktail those days. And the rest of the time, we'll be doing this many cocktails. Now, let me know if some of these sounds are too loud. Everybody but Paul, please let me know if any of these sounds are too loud. I know that Paul thinks they are all too loud. Paul's got opinions.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that, Paul. People love the soundboard. It's the new best thing. I don't even think people care for drinks anymore. They want to hear the soundboard. Let's begin. We are going to be making cocktails from paradise. So if you are sitting in your place, now a lot of us are sitting in places that are hot currently. It is not a wonderful place to be. So if instead of sitting in a very hot place, we can all just imagine that we are instead in a paradise.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Let's start to build our first cocktail. We are going to be building one from a man named Weston Huggins. Oh, Bang. I'm going to do that every time. Who lived in a place called St. Croix. He was working at the Buccaneer Hotel down there, and he created a cocktail called Jump Up and Kiss Me. Now, this is going to be a blended cocktail, so do get your blenders ready. I'll be doing this in the, I always say the wrong thing, the Magic Bullet, I believe this is called. Not the NutriBullets, not the Silver Bullets, but the other one. Let's begin to build. Now, this cocktail was actually part of one of Galliano, and their when Galliano was its own liquor company before it got bought out by Bowles, they were trying to become their own sort of thing at some point, and made a promotional book of cocktails, which is how a lot of cocktails actually do get made. They hire bartenders to write them out, and then, is it a NutriBullet, not the Magic Bullet? Damn it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I got the name wrong. It is the NutriBullet, not the Magic Bullet. So whatever I have, whatever one I think, it's the other one. That's how a lot of cocktails get made. Is bartenders will be approached by liquor companies. Liquor companies will say, "Will you create a cocktail for us?" We will then publish it, publicize it, make it so that we can only make it with our particular liquors. And let's go from there. I have created a few cocktails. Most recently, I created a cocktail called La Madrina. If you want to see that, pop on over to Mix Cocktail Hour and watch our Mother's Day show. But this one, of course, is called the Jump Up and Kiss Me. It does have some Galliano in it. If you have never had Galliano before, boy, you are in for a treat. Galliano, of course, most famous for being in a cocktail called the Harvey Wallbanger. Looks like this. Now, most of the time, I could not fit this bottle here. It usually goes up to about here. This is we call this a manageable bottle of Galliano right here. Much easier to deal with. Let's go ahead and hit this with how much? 1 ounce. Now, I do not have the cocktail lists here anymore. If you do want to see the cocktails, I'm writing them out below in the description. So I suppose if you don't want to watch the show, you can just read those and then leave. But I think we all know what we're here for. We're here for the soundboard. So we have 1 ounce of some Galliano in here. It's very anisey. It's got a lot of herbs, herbal spices, all kinds of good stuff. Now, the next thing we're going to be putting in here is going to be some Gold Rum. I'm going to reach back here and just find a Gold Rum. Found it. It was right there all the time. The Gold Rum was the friends we made along the way, I believe, is how the phrase goes. We are going to throw in 1 full ounce of a nice Gold Rum. This is Montgay from the oldest distillery in the entire world. Not just rum, but of all stuff. Of all stuff. Paul hates the soundboard so much. He just hates it. Dang. Sorry, Paul. I think some people hate the time change too. But listen, what are we going to do? We change times and punch soundboards.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Start blasting those out. Now, the next thing we're going to be putting in here is going to be some pineapple.
Suddenly, pineapples.
Suddenly pineapples. We're going to be going ahead and throwing in some pineapples right here. I'm just going to be using some Dole pineapple juice. Oftentimes, I will have fresh pineapple juice at my house. Today is not one of those days.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that today. It has been a beast this week with birthdays and celebrations, drinking. A lot going on this week. So we are going to go ahead and just use this pineapple. 1 full ounce of that. So we got 1 ounce of rum, 1 ounce of Galliano, 1 ounce of pineapple. Next thing we're putting in here is going to be some Apricot Brandy. Now, there are a few different types of Apricot Brandy. I have a feeling I'm going to get a message from Keith, if Keith is watching any second, saying, can it be an apricot schnapps? Yes. Yes, Paul. Or yes, Paul. I'm just staring at Paul saying that the soundboard is his nemesis. Yes, Keith, it can be that. I would recommend adding no additional sugar at that point. You're going to be using an apricot schnapps, or even if you're going to go peach schnapps, any kind of schnapps, no additional sugar. I'm going to be using this eau de vie, this water of life that I have right here. And we are just going to go ahead and put in a 1/4 ounce. Not a ton of this stuff. I have to, because this eau de vie is 40%. It's coming in very, very tight, but a tight, thin 40%. I'm going to put just a touch of simple syrup in. Just a baby touch, just to liven it up. There we go. This is not the eau de vie is not a liqueur. The eau de vie is instead it's a brandy. It's an unaged brandy. Same thing like Everclear, basically. Not like Everclear, but similar. Unaged. There. Next thing we're going to be putting in here is going to be some lemon juice. I again had no time to get lemons. Oh, I actually have lemons in the house right now. I'm really digging just pouring this straight into here, right? Oh, right there. We're gonna go ahead and put just a 1/4 ounce of lemon juice. The next thing we got to put in here is going to be some egg whites. We're gonna give this a good frappe in the old fridge. If you don't want to add, or if you don't want to put this in a blender, I totally understand your fears. My friend Tammy has a fear of blenders. She hates them. So if you don't want to do that, you can give this one a big shake. But I do think that the ice that is made from this is the way to go. The blender is the way to go. Let's go ahead and get our ice then in there. Pull out all of our ice. Right there. Perfect. Let's get some ice in here. Now, my ice machine has started doing a very weird thing where it's only giving me hollow pieces of ice. So I gotta put a touch more ice than I think I need, because the air inside is not ice. It is not ice. It is something else. I'm gonna put this on here. Perfect. And grab our topper. We will check Kyle's work one more time. Was that Kyle or was that Jen that told me what kind of thing we had? I think it was Jen, actually. That told me what kind of blender we had. She is right, or he is right. This is a NutriBullet. We're going to go ahead and give this a frappe. Now, that egg white will frap up very quickly when we're using something like this, so do not be afraid when you see the foam hit hard. That would be so cool. The shaking is completely unnecessary. You do not need to hold this like you are shaking a crying baby. Of course, we've never shaken a crying baby like that. We have this guy right here. I might have shaken it for too long. There is too much ice in here at this point, but it will still look very nice when we throw it into our glass. The glass this was traditionally served in is one of these guys. It's called a snifter. Let's go ahead and pour this frappe cocktail into our snifter. That egg should give us a touch of foam all the way throughout. And there we have it. Now, you can, of course, decorate this guy all you'd like. I think it looks nice without any decoration, so I'm going to skip le decor tonight and just serve this guy up. This is called the Jump Up and Kiss Me. I don't know who he made this drink for. Probably a little guy. Probably a tiny little fella that he was clearly very interested in. Really had some thoughts about this guy. Jump right up and kiss me. Let's give this a sip. Oh boy. Yeah. Now I happen to know that Kyle loves the taste of anise. I happen to think that Kyle is going to love this cocktail. So why don't we go ahead and get Kyle in here. Kyle can grab his drink. Now, let's see how much Paul still hates the soundboard when we find out that the soundboard is actually the reason that our friend Kyle now has his own song. There's Kyle right there coming in. Song's too long. Song's too long. We're going to find a new song for Kyle. That one's too long. We'll figure it out. It's a work in progress, I believe they call it. Let's go ahead and check this out. Jump up and kiss me now, says one of my favorite guys in the world, Rick. Let's pop on over here. Paul. Okay. Paul digs that.
Oh, no.
Paul digs that. That's what I'm saying. Avery loves the dancing, of course. Apostle loves the new song. It might be just a touch too long, but there's all kinds of editing things. Kyle says his song, never too long.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Kyle. Oh, no. I mean, that is what we are dealing with currently. We are trying to figure out the best way to deliver the show to you. We are still slightly low on people watching. I imagine we will get a slight bump come 7 o'clock when this show normally is. That was better than Hulk Hogan's ring music, says John. That's pretty good. I just was running around the internet looking for songs and
Anyway, I started blasting.
different songs. So I think we found a pretty good one. That is how that is going to have to be. I want to thank my good friend Tammy for sending me a balloon. Thanks, Tam. She's not into the thing, but I don't think she watches later either. I don't know why I'm thanking Tammy. Thank you, everybody else, though, for everything you said. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Feeling good. A lot of claps. Cool. What other fun sounds I have?
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
It's true. That's what my dad exactly said. My dad said that exactly to me. Yeah, people need to set, Paul says that people need to set their YouTube notifications so that when my show comes on, they are ready. Again, because, why, Paul? I will be doing my show every day at 6 o'clock. So there will be days that I will miss. I'm just letting you know. But for the most part, I'm aiming to do my show every day at 6 p.m. One cocktail, whether it's one cocktail, it'll be one cocktail. Otherwise, it's just crazy. There's only so many cocktails in the world. So there we go. The next drink we're going to be doing is going to be a little gift to myself. A lot of people give gifts to themselves. I've given myself 2 gifts this year. One, this drink. It is called the Dr. Haitiki. The next one is that by the age of 40, I will be in the best shape of my life. So we're in some trouble. So we might be doing sugar-free drinks from now on. Just get used to it. This is going to be a shaken cocktail. Let's get that all ready here. We're going to shake this one. Oh, thank you, Paul. Paul said there were fantastic drinks this week. I did the Dorado Beachcomber. I did a Strawberry Beach Lemur. I did one other one that I can't remember right now. But we can always check in, see what's going on there. Just trying to find new and interesting ways to make cocktailing on the internet thing. Let's begin. Of course, we always want to start with the cheapest ingredient first. I didn't do that last time. Galliano is by no means a cheap ingredient. I have a sneeze that's so ready to come out, but now it refuses. So we're going to start off over here by just adding a touch of simple syrup and lime together. We're just going to hit this with half an ounce of the syrup. Right in there. And we are going to hit this with just a quarter ounce of some lime. I found that this drink actually ended up being too sour if you go too high. You could do a fat quarter. That's cool, I guess. But just a fat quarter right there. And you are set, solid, and ready to go with your cheap stuff. The rest of this stuff all has booze in it. I've gone back and forth a couple times on an ingredient in this cocktail. I've landed on apple brandy. So if any of you went out and bought some Poire Williams, you can throw that in here too. But I, in fact, like the apple brandy better. Let's go ahead and hit that next. Poire Williams, if anybody's ever had it, it is a type of apple, or it's a type of pear brandy. It's very nice, but wasn't right for this. Give that a big smell. This is not Calvados. This is instead just brandy. Just brandy. It's an unaged fruit brandy. But we're just going to hit that with 3/4 of an ounce right in here. The next thing we're going to be putting in is going to be some Passoa. Just like our boy Weston Huggins. I am also sponsored by Bowls, but I don't. Not on this show. I only use the stuff that I like on this show, and one of the things that I really like, Passoa. Oh, we're gonna hit that with 3/4 of an ounce. I only hit it with 1/2 ounce. That's not gonna be enough. I don't think you guys can tell, but I want this one. I'll go ahead and drink this one. There we go. We have that in here. Next thing we're putting in here is going to be sort of a mystery liqueur. Now, this liqueur is a very, very old liqueur. It has been made for many, many years. It is called 43. That is, it means 43. Apparently, that is how many ingredients go into this. Oh, good. This is fused together. There we go. 43 different herbs and spices, but the ones that we can definitely tell, vanilla, oh my goodness, and orange are the two big ones. We're just going to hit that with 1/2 ounce. Now, if you want, you can just pour this stuff on the side and drink it by itself. That's awesome. Awesome. It is.
Anyway, I started blasting.
It is.
Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot.
It's very good. It's very, very good stuff. We have that in here. We need one more ingredient, and that is, of course, the booze. Now, we have a lot of booze in here already. Passoa has some booze in it. Liquor 43 has some booze in it. The residue from, maybe not cleaning the glasses. There's some booze in there. But the main news we're putting in here is going to be this guy right here. This is Clement Agricole. This is the Agricole Clement. We're going to hit that with, ooh, my goodness. We're going to hit that with a full 2 ounces. Why not hit it with a full 2 ounces? This is going to be what we call in the industry a banger. This is going to punch you right in the face. Are you hinting at me, asked Kyle, about cleaning the glasses? Nah, buddy. Bartenders wash their own stuff. That is how that works. You're supposed to wash everything else. Oh my goodness. That smells so good. So intense, what we have going in here. Let's put this in a glass. I think it's time to drink. Why not? Same thing, we're just going to go ahead and give this a big filler upper of, what do you call this, ice. There we go, all the way to the top. We need all that ice in here. We are going to be reusing this ice as we pour it to our glass. All good in this here hood. Let's give this a big shake on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I want that all crushed up. I want that all beaten to death. Let's go ahead and pour this drink into here. A beautiful pink cocktail we have going on. I'm going to put some parasols into this right here. It could use a touch more ice. A touch more ice in there. Yeah, I can spare it. Just water, right? There's no, drought going on, is there? There's not a record-breaking drought where California is about to just burn up and basically move to Mars. There's nothing like that going on currently, right? Just you know what? I'm gonna leave the ice out just in case. That's how I haven't read the news for a while. Just been celebrating. I've been drinking my little self to death for the past few days. There we have it. We have the Dr. Haitiki. The Dr. Haitiki. That's tough to say. Yeah, Glenn says, sorry, time fart. I don't have the fart thing on here anymore. What else do I have?
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, swing and a miss. I have that guy. Yeah, listen, a lot of people are going to miss today. It is Glenn. A lot of time people are going to miss today. Just because we moved the time. But hopefully, tell your friends, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husbands, because we are making cocktails all the time up in here. I'll throw this in here, give this a big sip. Now that is a tiki cocktail. That is an awful lot going on in here. I think that I have created a new classic, but I'm going to wait to see what my good friend the Apostle Tiki thinks. He has given me some. He's given me some notes. He's given me some 5s. He's also given me a couple 10s. He thinks that my zombie cocktail from my Halloween class last year, my Blood and Zombie, thinks that's a classic tiki cocktail. I don't know what that is, but
that's all I am. Just a regular human bartender.
Just a regular human bartender, and that is really all I can do. My dad has had 4 shots of the stuff already. Let's see if I can get the right thing.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
There we go. Yeah, I think that's what we always say too. 4 shots of anything before anything. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
But I do have to give him credit, because the only reason that this bar even existed is because
my father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million. Moonpool saying, I am also just a 90s DJ. I am not just this. I also direct the show. There's a lot going on.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. I'm going to go ahead and pass this one off to Kyle. Let's play Kyle's theme song as he walks in. Oh, Glenn disagrees with me. He says it is a way to go. Oh, there's Kyle. Here we go, and this is Kyle. Oh, there comes this is my new stool that is coming in. That was a gift from my father. When do we tell them the music has stopped? We won't.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Yes, I do feel like I'm Fred Norris from the Howard Stern show, as well as I suppose I have to be Howard Stern, and it turns out I'm probably also Robin. Mostly I'm Benji, though. I think it's how this is all working out. Maybe a little Melrose Larry Green. Let's march on. I was searching for cocktails that I might like to try, to put it in here. I've made a few of them this week, just trying to figure out exactly whether I would enjoy some of these cocktails, whether I wouldn't enjoy some of these cocktails. And I found one from a Nouveau Tiki book that I made, and it sounded like it had everything ready to go. But I tried it, I made it, it wasn't very good. So I fixed it. I have my own cocktail now. This is, for those of you who don't know, I am trying to learn Hawaiian, trying to learn the language of Hawaiian. Haiana e maiana kapuana. I'm trying to learn it. It is the dumbest thing that I've ever done, because there's nobody on earth that speaks Hawaiian that doesn't also speak English. You know, at least when I was learning German or Greek, there were people that didn't speak any of those. Paul says I can also be high-pitched Eric. Paul really becoming the new Glenn at this point. I'm going to give you one of these, buddy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Paul and Glenn just lobbing those shots at me constantly. But you know what? You got to have a foil. It's tough when they are now about 80% of my audience. You know what, though? Maybe that's what it should be. Maybe I should just be sitting here making drinks. People should be lobbing stuff at me. Because you know what?
Anyway, I started blasting.
I start blasting back at you guys. One of those. We are going to be making a drink that I am calling the Panipani. If you do not know what Panipani means, look it up.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Anybody got time to explain to you guys what this is all about? What other ones I have?
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
That's the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona. It's one of my favorite bits. I haven't found a way to use that yet, but yeah, let's go ahead and knock this one out. This is called the Panipani. This it means coitus. It means coitus when you are intimately involved with another human being. This will be the second blended drink that we do today. Let's go ahead and yes. Kyle says you gotta have trolls. You gotta have trolls, and when you do. I don't think Paul is a troll. I just think he hates the soundboard so much. My newest the newest addition to the thing. Let's go ahead and make this next cocktail. This is called, like I said, the Panipani. It is going to be coconut, mango, and banana flavored. For some reason, those make me think of Panipani. And let's begin to build this. Now, we're going to start off with our coconut rum. We're not going to be putting in the least expensive ingredients first this time because
ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that. I'm just going to
Anyway, I started blasting.
start blasting these ingredients out. This is a newer rum. That has started to come out. This is the Rhum Haven, and this is their coconut rum. And if you are going to do coconut rum, if you are going down that dark path of saying, I am going to do coconut rum, this one is a very good one. It's very nice. It's very balanced. I think they're pretty good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pour in 1.5 ounces of coconut rum. Now, this coconut rum comes in at 33%, I believe. Oh, geez, Louise. Comes in at 21%. So this is not going to punch you in the head. This is just going to find you. It's going to ask you out for a date. You know, maybe meet your parents on the second. That's what this kind of rum is. Maybe they'll meet your parents on like the second or third date, just on accident. You'll be going to a respectable restaurant, and her parents will be sitting right there with you. And you'll say, "Oh, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Rumhaven." That doesn't make any sense because the rum's taking you out. Metaphor has gone off the rails.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that thing. Let's go ahead and throw in also some white rum. White rum I'll be using today is Bacardi. I'll be putting in I'll be pouring it from my airplane bottle here. 1.5 ounces, right there. Perfect. So 1.5 ounces, 1.5 ounces. We're just basically beefing up some of that rum, some of the alcohol that's already in this, because there isn't a ton of alcohol in the Rhum Haven. If you are trying to be a little lighter with yourself today, just do 3 ounces of the Rhum Haven. You should be fine. It should make it fair, but I like this one with something different. Now, the next thing we're going to be putting in here is going to be this guy. Now, I have not used this on my show yet. This guy, Frangelico, named after Friar Angelico. He was a monk. He was a friar, a dude that did all the stuff, and he made hazelnut liqueur. Anyway, he said, "I'm a monk. I'm not an anti-capitalist. I'm gonna sell it." So that's what this stuff is. If you ever had this stuff, it is absolutely delicious. Again, they do not pay me. I do not take money from the Catholic Church yet. Once they decide they're going to pay me, we'll have a whole nother conversation. I will let you guys know if I'm ever sponsored by anything. Hasn't happened yet. Has not happened yet. Oh, but I will be sponsored by you guys. If you guys want to help me out over at Venmo, that is a great way to keep this channel going.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
My dad gave me a small loan of $1,000, $1 million a while ago. It's running out. half an ounce of the Frangelico. Next thing we're putting in here is going to be this guy. Now, this is not my very favorite brand of juices. This is the Mango Nectar. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Nectar. Never heard it said. I've only seen it so written. Mango Nectar. I think is. Yeah, there's no other way to pronounce that. Nectar. That's how it goes. We're going to go ahead and put in 2 full ounces of Mango Nectar. Right there. Let's put this somewhere so it's not blocking the star of the show, Mr. Soundboard. We have this guy right here. Now, the way we have it right here, there's going to be some coconut in here. But we're not done. We want extra coconut. So we are going to find this guy. Right here. This is our Coco Royale. This is, I believe that's royal coconut. I don't think it means real coconut. Because there's a thing over it. There's a little, let's get it close to the, look at this. Right there. That little accent mark? I think that means you have to pronounce the A. So it's Coco Royale, which means the royal coconut. That's not Hawaiian either. I think that's Portuguese or something. We're going to go ahead and put 1.5 ounces of that. Now, I've been doing this long enough. I know what 1.5 ounces looks like. Get that with 1.5 ounces of that guy right here. The next ingredient we're going to be putting in here is going to round this whole situation out, and that is frozen banana. 1 frozen banana. Now, you don't have to put the whole frozen banana in here. Oh, good. You know what's fun about frozen bananas? Nothing. I didn't realize that frozen bananas did this. This has been quite a show. Being heckled. There we go. We're just gonna rip this apart, I guess. There we go. Take this banana, throw it in here. We're only looking for about 1/4 of this banana. Put that in there. It's very cold. So good though. Keep that right there. We now have our banana in this thing. Let's go ahead and give this a whipperoo. This is going to be another blended cocktail. I decided on my birthday that I wanted to bring out the blender pretty hard. I forget which one I have already. I think I have the silver bullet. What's the one that's what's the one that kills vampires? That's one. Throw a vampire in here, they'll be in some trouble. Let's give this a big twist and a twirl. Here we go. Wow. All right, we're going to go ahead and pour this one right into this glass that we have right here. This is an old glass for a drink called the Pearl Diver. We have this all blended up, nice and ready to go. Pour that in. There should be some bananas, some coconuts, and all that. Give yourself just a touch of space there on the top because we are not finished with our cocktail yet. No, sirree, Bob. We're also going to throw some goslings on top. We're going to float some goslings right here on the top of this cocktail so that we know that we mean business when we are getting deep into this cocktail. Now, I originally measured out for 1/4 ounce for this guy, but it's been a rough show. It's been a rough week. Not often that you turn an age 39. Just turned 39. And so, figured we put a little bit extra in there. So now what we have is this, oh my goodness, this cocktail, which looks like Paul says, looks delicious. Moonpool says, everything you're making looks so refreshing. Yes. Warming up the mic, which will be, he's not in his 40s. That is true. Oftentimes, the chat gets out of hand, and I don't know what you guys are saying anymore. So I'm just going to ignore it. Glenn says I'm really 37. That's not the case. Oh, there we go. That's what I have for you there. Again, it is my birthday, so I'm not putting a garnish on here. I don't particularly care for garnish. Wow. How could I say something so brave, yet so controversial? I don't particularly care for garnish. It is not my favorite thing in the world. Just as a bartender, I think it is a gimmick sometimes to throw a garnish on to a mediocre drink. I think this is a lovely drink that does not want for garnish. So I am not going to throw it on there. I am instead going to just throw one of my, as Keith calls them, my boba straws. Go from there. Let's drink. Holy jeez Louise. Wow. Wonder if it tastes like with you. I put a lot more, like I said, I put a lot more of the rum in here. Let's see what happens when we stir this and get some of that rum. Maybe we'll just take it from the top. Maybe this show should become Scotch's Drinks Cocktails. Cush. Dr. Cush. Self-titled doctor. Maybe that's what it should be. Just where we all just sit around and do that. Let's see. Yesterday was your birthday. It's overdue. Thanks. Even here, Tammy rules. Yeah, Tammy does rule. Tammy's the greatest. I don't know why somebody would come to my chat and say that, but that's how that works. A garnish equals worthless. That's my boy right there. Wow. Thank you, John. That's the right way to say it. Garnish equals worth it. There we go. There was the carrot beak. Yes. That was a pretty good garnish. All right. Well, this is going to be kind of a short one. Well, I guess it was 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes of learning about drinks. It's a long time, guys. Let's see. What do I have to say to you? Let's do a couple other things first. You guys are not the issue, so I don't even need to say this right now. However, I'm going to say, just in case anybody watches this later, I am now starting to do my classes at 6 o'clock California time. 6 o'clock California time. So that's Saturdays and every other day of the week except for Fridays, where I will be doing a 5 o'clock California time cocktail. Yes. Sorry, I start reading the chat and then I get distracted. So 5 o'clock, I do a show with Mixed Cocktail Hour. At that point, watch there, Mixed Cocktail Hour. Otherwise, every day of the week, I will be doing one at 6. It seems to be doing fairly well. So I'm going to continue to do it for as long as anybody shows up, I suppose. Otherwise, you guys can always help out the channel. Over here at Venmo. That is a great way to do it. There are other ways to help out the channel, though, and you guys have all done it today, which is show up. Show up every week, comment, say hello, say hi. Definitely get into it with Kyle. Make fun of me. Whatever you guys want to do. Just show up. It just helps. It helps so that this room doesn't seem so very empty. Also go and watch some of my videos. If you have not seen my 3 videos from this week, go back and watch them. Most of the time, my videos range between 45 minutes and an hour, but I've started to do videos that are ranging for about 15 minutes. So that is a way to do it. I super appreciate everybody showing up. Get into it with Kyle. Kyle asks. I don't know. I don't know what Kyle's doing out there, really. I'll bring this drink out to you, Kyle. I have so much of it. So we'll drink this here in a minute. I don't think anybody needs to hear it. Here.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Anybody got time for your theme song right now, Kyle? I am going to... Glenn says, we don't want to make fun of you. Glenn just said that.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. That's all he does. Let's go ahead and let's call this one a show. It is always a pleasure, never a chore to see you guys every week on Saturdays. Like I said, it was classes every day at 6 o'clock. And there we go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys. I believe I will see you tomorrow at 6. It may, you know what? Let's call it Monday. Give me Sundays off. Let's say tomorrow, or let's say Monday at 6. I will see you guys for a brand new cocktail at Dr. Cush's exotic drink bar.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Put the wrong button.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.